hidden in the cosmos. Knowledge is passed on, refined and used by generations to come to define what's possible. Fight or flight. The journey is vast. Fame, glory, a distant star, far from one's reach. Stay too long in the star's light and risk annihilation.
10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running.
It all begins with footsteps up a flight of stairs. Each championship team not just etched into the trophy, but also on the steps. A reminder to those ascending, the legends who made that very same climb before them. It is time to welcome our 6 finalists. Please welcome into the Spodek, it's Mouse! With a spot secured in the semi-final, it's Team Mouse. Shiny, a man born in Poland, but grew up in Ireland. Can he make magic happen on home soil? Locked and loaded in the semi-finals, it's Team Spirit. We got Donk Mania, that has arrived, but can he handle the pressure at the highest level? A team looking to guide themselves into the grandest of finals. Playing in our second quarterfinal, it's Team Falcons. Always a bridesmaid, never the bride. Snappy, well, he won in Dallas, but can he take an all-star lineup all the way? Zonic, he believes. Facing off against the Falcons, please welcome Spodek, it's Ents! Dieter looking for revenge against his former teammates. He now leads a lineup that is sure to be fan favourites. This week especially with their adopted IGL, Lukash! Now to introduce the teams competing in our first quarter-final, it's FaZe Clan! Carrigan, we know him as stalwart of this stage, winning in 2022. Frozen, the young veteran, but he's still searching for his first big LAN trophy. And it's a tough road ahead for FaZe. Please welcome the reigning title holders, it's G2! Defending champions Nico and Monacy, they look to get back into form on one of the biggest stages in all of esports. Can they do it? Can they go back to back? Oh yes, here we go! bring something out, and that is to show what they're going to win. In this trophy, we have names of legends. They lift it in this place, a trophy that is built on the tears of the losers and, quite frankly, the tears of the winners. It is great to bring it out with two legends, and that, Spodek, is Lord, and please go mad, for Pass Your Biceps! Two legends of the sport, come over here, guys. Come on over. I guess the question is, bringing out that trophy, it's one of the great trophies in esports. What will it mean to the team that wins it?
Panowie i panie, dzień dobry, rozpierdzielamy, dzisiaj kibicujemy naszym do końca!
You love this place, they love you. What is it like to be back here?
Yeah, I would like to say thank you for ESL for inviting me with my friend Mariusz. I am very happy. I love you so much. Thank you!
Oh yeah, and Polish esports is back.
Panowie, czekaliśmy 8 lat na tą chwilę. Pokażcie, że stać nas naprawdę na pokazanie, że Spodek potrafi odlecieć.
What these guys said once again for Lord and Pass Your Biceps! Right, it is time for our first match here in the Spodek. If we can have our captains to the center, feel free to shake hands. When they shake hands, it's on! Right, here we go. 3 days of esports rock and roll starts here. I love this place. We have filled it out with the greatest fans around. What we need to do now is find out who is winning this. Is it FaZe? Is it G2? Right, one more time. Is it FaZe? Is it G2? For everyone watching at home, let's shake the foundations. Are you ready? Well, let's get it on, baby.
We are ready to get this show on the road. Two former Katowice champions collide in the quarters. On one side of the stage stands FaZe, G2 the other. Legendary names. We've just had some legends walking out the trophy. And now the names that have forged a path into CS2. We start on Inferno, Chad. The stage is set for this quarterfinal, and expectations are high for both of these squads.
We all know what type of Counter-Strike these two teams can deliver. Let's hope today's no different.
FaZe Clan opting to start on the CT side, on the attack. Excuse me, G2 starting on the defense. FaZe Clan starting to bring that T-side action. Let's get this party started.
Slow and steady out the gates. U2 invested from FaZe. A couple of smokes, molly, flashes. But over towards B. 3 defenders for G2. Hooksy ready to block with the smoke of his own. Nico and Monacy, the heavy hitters, tucked in tight. Decoy used to clear out towards the half wall. Just making sure of FaZe that G2 are not trying any aggressive maneuvers out the gate to set the tone. Banana control has been taken, now working on that halls and boiler. Standard stuff on a map we haven't seen a lot of. Lots of options available here for Karrigan and co. Moto smoke, long smoke, molly towards the pit, looking likely.
Hunter's first test. He spots them out. Rotates through. Nexa's got a lot of pressure coming his way, and he does stand in the flames. Delivers! Triple headshot on the P2K. The rest is Hunter's. He'll finish it with style. And Nexa, that molly meant nothing to him.
That is huge right there from Nexa. He gets a second chance in G2. The first round in the quarterfinal up against FaZe, and he flatlines 3. This is a confidence booster, and with the P2K, none of that USP business. That is beautiful. What a start. And again, I have to reiterate, the confidence for Nexa to get that early as a pit anchor, which is somebody, if I'm Karrigan, I'm looking to exploit on this CT side. That is one way to kick things off.
Oh man, yeah, that's going to get the juices flowing for Nexa. FaZe Clan have immediately brought the Tech-9s out.
Interesting. Opted for the force buy without that plan.
Yeah, they're up against rifles.
Defensive banana smoke, trying to buy them some space, and well, looking for space is Rain. Very cavalier about that. Has to be careful. Multiple bodies close mid. That's a bit of a pincer at the moment with 2 short, 1 long. Again, map control, name of the game for FaZe.
Frozen with a furrowed brow, confirms top banana is theirs.
Oh, again, it's possible for another execute. Long smoke will keep Hunter moving. Now he has a choice. Do I dip back to Arch or Library fast for that rotation, or do I worry about an apps pop? You can see between those 2 mines now.
There is a window of opportunity. Nades flying through. Hooksy, reaction. Smoke of his own. Do they respect this? Good counter utility. Look at the nade. Does significant damage. FaZe's ears are ringing, and Hooksy, he activates with the MP9. He will go down, but at the back of the site stands Nico, and he delivers. Only Robs remains. A double kill so far in the round. It's not going to be easy to plant, because Hunter's there. And this shot from Robs just clips the ears of Hunter. And FaZe, they falter.
It would have felt like a salvage start there if they were able to get that bomb down, but it's 2 rounds in a row where executes were on the agenda for FaZe and denied both times. So well handled on both bomb sites. This is very good work from G2. And not tripping up early, because now in MR12, you take a look at mistakes, right? Losing to a force buy. Well, they are amplified. So the fact that they've been able to weather this storm, the third should be a freebie. Deagles 2, Tech-9 1, a P250, and Karrigan with util to try and make something happen. So FaZe have been blanked in the early stages, and G2, this is a great way to build some confidence. This team, inconsistent, sure, but the peaks as high as it gets. And again, defending their Katowice title.
Haven't even needed Monacy yet, and he was such a big factor in them securing the playoffs.
So if you can have the likes of Hunter, who the desk has discussed, actually it's been discussed ad nauseum at this point because his performance is so out of character at the moment with the shift to CS2. If he can come online in the big matches, that's where it really counts. The team have been able to get them to this point. Stalled out now, and very good economy of U2. They have a minute on the clock, and look at the nades that they have left over. Take a look here at the right-hand side of your screen. Just see all the nades that are still being held on to. Mollies, smokes, and 45 seconds on the clock. So this one is looking very good for G2.
Utility well placed. Still plenty in the coffers for the defense. Smoke on Moto, they will have to give it a go. 28 and counting. Nexa to be tested once more with support from Monacy. Draws his first frag into the head of Frozen. And keeping it clean, all 5 alive. It's got to feel good for G2, just converting that 3-0.
Yeah, not only that, the fact that they've only taken 3 casualties in the first 3 rounds of play means their economy is sitting pretty, but they're not feeling under pressure now. As we move into this first gun round, they can take a bit of a punt. If it doesn't work out, there's enough for a residual buy. Monacy bringing out the AWP immediately, and the same cannot be said for Brokey on this T side. So FaZe, now we get to take a look at the game plan. Sure, pistol didn't work, forced by follow-up nothing, and blanked on the lighter investment. But this is where Carrigan's been cooking. What part of the map does he want to pressure? Is he wanting, one of the keys with FaZe is about setting your 3 stars, now it's Frozen, alongside the likes of Rops and Brokey, into these mid-rounds. So they need to be able to at least pressure across the map, break through, and cause the chaos. Had that lovely highlight from the desk there showing, just how quick you're dead when types of players like this are in the server. We have heavy hitters. Out of control at the moment, all G2s, and Boiler and Hall's investigated now by Rops and Rain. So space, but look at the stack from G2. 4 players over towards the A side of the map right now, and they've allowed Nico, who's found his form, towards the tail end of the group stage just to stand tall. Banana called clear, but still 45 seconds. Crowd starting to make some noise. First fight.
Monacy's got it covered. Pulls the trigger, reveals the orb, takes down Rain.
It's flat now.
5, very uncomfortable for FaZe.
Not able to get into these biffs and brawls, and just denied by U2 again. This is fantastic from G2. You have to give credit where it's due, and the way that they're holding on the CT side is fantastic.
Yeah, very composed. However, it's Carrigan that's trying to forge a path into B. Nico catches him. What are you supposed to do with 15 seconds, a 2-man discrepancy? They're heading into this B site. They know Nico resides. Hooksy in support, smoked off coffin.
8 seconds, you have to save. There's no way in. They had no space, no kills, blanked again. Still only 3 frags to the name of FaZe, and we're 4 rounds deep.
This is the kind of thing that can spiral. The absence of frags, you're this deep, as you've just highlighted. 4-0, yeah, let's get the tag time out. FaZe Clan have called their first.
And a chance for one of the legends. We had all 5 of the Golden 5 on stage, and now we have 2 of them behind both of these championship squads. Well, they know all about lifting the trophy in the Spodek, does Neo, the absolute great. Go back to the 1.6 days, he was a beast, and Taz, well, a beast in the personality department, but also in the server. Those 2, once upon a time enemies, then best of friends, and now facing each other here in 2024.
And all 5 of the Golden 5 on the stage in the Spodek in 2024.
Kind of crazy.
10 years on from their major success.
I'm worried about FaZe. They've gone for an investment behind the save gun, sure, but look how light in util it is. You're talking 3 smokes across the team, only 1 Molotov, a couple of flashes. You might have to do something a little bit more in to force a fight because they haven't had any chance. It's just been slow as you like.
Okay, well, Frozen, the new name in the FaZe Clan jersey, did start to take some early control. Hooksy on that reload was a window of opportunity. Here comes Frozen, looking for Hooksy. Already dispatches Nico. Ouch! That will leave a mark. Hooksy deleted as well. He He wants it. He wants the sight.
Not ready, though.
Not ready for this one. Hunter holds on to B.
Look where the bomb is as well. There's no phase finish. There's just a lot of pressure. And at the moment, Monacy's still over towards A. Not an easy defense, but one I'm sure Monacy could pull off.
The hyper-aware youngster. Oh, but it's Rops prepared for the duel. Punished for his peak. A side open for FaZe, and they will find their first. That 3 rifle save has saved them.
Yeah, and again, they had to force themselves into a fight. They had to actually play for that banana control, and we can turn our attention to Frozen. Now we've got 10 players on stage, 2 coaches. Well, that's 12 in total. 11 of those individuals have been in a final here in the Spodek. 9 of them have lifted the trophy.
Oh.
Only one of them is fresh-faced to this experience, and that was Frozen. So getting away with what he needed to in Banana, that's the fire starter for the team. Get on the board 1-4.
Yeah, the interview he gave to HLTV about why Katowice is special to him. And for a lot of the players that we just saw step out onto that stage is that Katowice was where this kind of obsession began. You saw what others were doing and you wanted to be there yourself. Well, here he is. It's his chance.
It's a nice round to win. We're going to keep 3 alive back of the pit. Bomb's going to go off. And an AWP for Brokey picked up off the corpse of Monacy. That 1 kill catching him off guard. Rops laser sharp, and it was from Monacy's POV we saw him go down. And that's exactly what that highlight reel the desk had for us, right? You just blink and you miss it. This is the Frozen double. First 2 kills of the game for Frozen, and impactful ones. Those are your favorite, as here it is from Rops' POV.
So
Bang and you're dead.
Just the tip of the barrel for his awareness. Monacy goes down. So some individual duels won by FaZe. Brokey on the AWP is just discussed.
This is heavier in Banana.
Most definitely. Hoopsy's hearing a lot of this. Carrigan ships in the night. They're past him. Are they aware? No, they're not. Hooksy disrupts. Caught by Frozen. Can't double up. Carrigan concedes.
Well, you trade the brains. Now they can both puppet from the grave. Hooksy and Carrigan, the leaders. Down and out, but still so much time, and they can micromanage, start clicking through. See who's got what left, what space we hold on to. Maybe a Banana execute. Nico on the jiggle, smoking a molly for the defense. He can drop that and molly, so they can't just run in, and actually changing his mind as Frozen playing anti. The tail of this, Rops now joining the party. Plenty of smokes, flashes, and Molotovs to make a full B execute available.
Well timed from Nico. Allows him to get his own smoke down and reposition.
But just note they only used 1 smoke. They still have 2 more, so they baited out Nico's utility there. He's scared. They're coming.
And still no rotation. Nico isolated on this site. Molotov forces him into the open. He's blind, he's bombed, and he's dead. Giving it a go with a nade on the smoke. Misses his chance. Monacy won't get another one of those.
You can see there, though, just that CT smoke was enough pressure. Nico, knowing he was the solo defender. It went quiet. He thinks, all right, I'm one of the best riflers in the world. I'll see what I can do, boys. Don't rotate over just yet. And then immediately, FaZe follow through with the coffin smoke. Another CT, the flashes, the molly perfectly placed, flushed into the open. FaZe now just 2 rounds the difference. And again, it was another Banana tussle. This time, it's much more of a clear indication. As we can see, look at all the smokes in Banana. Puffed up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually really glad we saw that from Nico's POV, just how helpless he was. And that double pump from FaZe, very effective. So Carrigan calling a good game, recovering, making it just a 2-round discrepancy now after that 3-0 G2 start. And look at the turnout, by the way, the Spodek on a Friday afternoon. Showing up in full force for our first quarterfinal.
Well, tell me who's missing the blockbuster of FaZe versus G2. This is the type of game you can almost be assured is going to deliver. That grand final back in 2022. An absolute barn burner, as there he is, Taz. New to the coaching realms. They're not down and out just yet at G2. Still plenty of money. Got to get them through another buy. The Monacy AWP. Do they want to try and set him up for an early pick, an early fight? Hooksy, unfortunately, will just be operating on a FAMAS. Has a lot of util to go with it. Nico's the only one currently light on. And Nico, I was taking a look, Alex. First day of play in the group stage, he was using a red mouse. Second day of play, a white mouse. And third day of play, a black mouse. And that's where he had his good form. So he's on the black mouse today.
Okay.
Banana aggression again. They're harassing top Banana. The orb almost blown out of the server.
barely hanging on by a thread is m0NESY.
And he's solo.
Good grief, he's in trouble. How have they not rotated? How is he not asking for help after catching 2 nades?
Oh, he's got a job to do here, and they're trying to call the bluff of FaZe. So all that util cleared out top banana, Brokey holding the line. I don't think we'll see the head-to-head between the two of them. It might be Frozen to pick first. Doesn't have to be a headshot though, does it?
A single bullet would do it. Harrigan retrieving the explosives. 70 seconds. m0NESY backing himself, backing his aim and his reaction time. There's few that click quicker. Rain. Dips out a boiler. Oh, Nico. Didn't spot anything. Is it missing
Bad info, exactly. Carrigan's got slipped up short.
This is a hard one to break. Walking in to the stacked side. Nico gets pantsed. It's Carrigan with an opening kill. HooXi, though, holding on to long. This crossfire established. It's going to be uncomfortable for FaZe. Brokey, a quick adjustment. Removes HooXi from the pack. This Nexa Hunter crossfire, though, with 18 seconds left. FaZe need a hero. The smoke isolating the duel. It's not a good clear from Frozen. It's Nexa that will piece it together, and only one stands. G2 hold on to A.
Nexa has done fantastic in this pit position. The pistol round the test, the P2K with 3, and now just being stoic, letting that clock sink through. Nico either didn't hear the comms of what was or was not being held because he gave himself up as a bit of an offering there. But the fact of the matter is, Hunter and Nexa held on. They stayed tight, and an important round. That was from the gates called as a 4-1 setup for the CT side, and we saw just how much pressure m0NESY was under. So they had to call the bluff there, G2, and massive work from Nexa. Again, the confidence for him has to be swelling at the moment. This is a change. Very quick, making footsteps. Nexa's heard it. Nexa's heard the steps.
Robs laid it down. But is he anticipating someone so close? He adjusts. Nexa concedes an opening death. m0NESY spotted, forced off of the angle. That's a lot of pressure now on the A defense.
Really stalled out. Smoke top mid. Flash and the go top banana. So keep your eyes on HooXi setting up Nico with the alley-oop.
Silent dismount. Element of surprise is theirs. But Carrigan unawares. Caught by Nico. An equalizing frag at that minute mark. A nade as well. Chipping away. Heavy damage onto Frozen. Nico, he weathers the flame to reposition. But again, G2's defense is impressing.
Keeping them moving, however. m0NESY this time to be tested.
Oh, m0NESY caught a whiff of Rain. And it's the AWP again. Removes Rain. Oh, miss. Frozen alive. He shouldn't be. 30 seconds. They have to commit up. Trying to smoke off this AWP. Missed shot from m0NESY. Counting on Hunter. Going forward into the duel. m0NESY can't hit anything. Now the Deagle connects. The site not lost yet. As the bomb goes down, m0NESY trying to find a perch over the smoke. A 3 versus 2 retake. And HooXi not ready for Graveyard. It's only 6 bullets, but 1 on m0NESY's AWP. It could be good. He misses it again. Run on down, and FaZe will take the round.
Oh, back and forth that one went, and between the sides. m0NESY with a couple of uncharacteristic misses there.
Does that shake his confidence, Chad? That's not like him.
Oh, I think the first one where he missed on short was awkward because they weren't actually pathing in his direction. They were both actually trying to get away.
Yeah.
So it's one of these weird peaks where it's not what you're expecting. They look like a sitter, but sometimes they can be harder to hit. But he was under a lot of pressure in the pit with an AWP. That's not an easy place to find yourself.
Frozen finding that one onto HooXi as well. Did make the job a whole lot more manageable
And
towards the end.
Very important because the side player was mollied out of position. There was the Bloodlusters. Yeah, the couple of misses from m0NESY.
Oh, the jump.
He was trying to assist because you can see he was getting smoked off. This was very important from Frozen. So again, impactful kills from the young vet. To just find ourselves into a little bit of a technical timeout. We'll stay away from discussing the finances for a moment. But there was a big question coming in today. You've got Neo behind FaZe.
Right.
You've got Taz behind G2.
Right.
Who was going to be the crowd favorite?
I wasn't sure. I was listening to the OJ temperature check. Maybe G2? I mean, let's find out. Are you cheering for Taz? See, okay, that's G2 covered. What about Neo?
They might remember the 1.6 days.
Yeah, I heard word on the street is he was pretty good at that video game.
Yeah. All right, well, we're back underway, and those finances we can discuss. G2, loss bonus coming into this was bottom of the barrel. They have to go for the force buy. Doomed if you do, doomed if you don't, but being able to salvage things with 2 M4s and another stack from Hooksy, knowing the CT side of Inferno, you need a few gambles. Be ripping a page out of James' book, but especially so when you're lighter on in the U2 and weaponry department. These A1Ss are complemented by some 5.7s and Deagles. Smokes as well to corral Carrigan. It's maybe an inopportune decision.
Synchronized flames, signals. Not a presence towards top banana.
Now, questionable, right? Are you trying to block them, or do you want them to come in towards the stack?
Well, if there's only one there, that's his smoke.
Very good thought process there indeed. That could be the case. That could be exactly the mind games that G2 are trying to play, but they will investigate elsewhere. The CT top mid smoke will be fading momentarily. Rain, while he's at the porch. It's Hunter. Well, we said he's a big game player. Have some big game impact. Has been absent of his traditional form. Truck smoke, look at how that plumes as they're wrapping long, but this is all the ruse. The bomb, so deep, and there's only 28 seconds left. They've got to pick a side.
It's beautiful for Hunter.
The bomb's coming back.
Oh, he's been spotted out. It's Rain that plucks him from the pack, but it's too quiet. No attempted trade. The bomb's going straight into the completely unguarded A-bomb site.
It's just a safe call at the moment. You're not going to give this one a go at all. We already know on Inferno how difficult it is to retake the sites. They gambled incorrectly. They dropped the round, but how much more do they lose? That position just highlighted there by Rushley Ranger. Frozen pushed all the way up. Any sound cues made by G2 will give up their position. Brokey, well, he's also investigating towards spawn. The push from Rain into CT. They really want to hunt. The finances for FaZe are not fantastic either.
Yeah, maybe this is going to be just more of a containment. Rain's having a look. And Monacy spotted out. Being cheeky with it. Not going to force this issue. You know there's potential crossfires established. Frozen is having a look, and Nico, he's spotted out, but will duck under cover. They'll get away with another bite, a second bite of the cherry.
And just one round the difference, and this is where G2 won't be able to invest anything more than they just saved. They need the loss bonus to be accrued in the next to get themselves into the buy department once more. We'll be looking at 2,400 for the next round of play. The second tactical timeout used from G2 now.
Now Neo's had a bit longer to get himself accustomed with his players and the coaching role. First couple of months, he made it clear he was there just to observe, see the pieces, learn about what to expect, how Carrigan likes to play this game.
Both of these teams have very strong in-game leaders, right? Hooksy, obviously doesn't have the same pedigree at the moment in terms of trophy cabinet.
Yeah.
He won a Katowice and a Cologne last year, so he's definitely, in modern Counter-Strike, looking pretty damn good if you ask me.
For sure.
Well, they've taken this timeout, and is it another gamble again? Well, it is. Another 4-1 split of the defense. Is a deep mid-smoke, maybe can be met with some CT aggression. Monacy pushing down silently, however. This will be known, right? That deep smoke, it's always a possibility. His teammates are going to try and assist in Halls and Boiler.
And he's going to catch him off guard. You can see Rain jumping, shocked. And now they're trying to aggress. He needed the transfer. Carrigan could not finish onto Hunter. And now a rifle.
Bombs in second mid.
Being recovered. Yeah, Brokey's trying to contain. There's so many questions. Doesn't want to lose this AW. Doesn't want to lose the round. I mean, this has gone a little awkwardly for the FaZe Clan project. Bomb under enemy rule.
The best thing they have going for them is the amount of time. But FaZe, this is very, very difficult to get back into. They're going to give up the bomb. Well, Hunter will throw a flash. That'll keep them looking for the time being, but they are going to evacuate. So looking to play the number advantage right now. You're going to see how much time FaZe burn, clearing all of these corridors over towards second mid. Are they still in window? How far have they pushed? Have to be worried. But as I said, they did have an awful lot as far as the clock went. So the bomb now picked up.
This is a big test for Frozen and Brokey.
Look at them calling the bluff. this is where the enemy just was.
Yeah, they partner up, and they have to take some risk in pursuit of the reward.
Timing on this is everything.
Hunter's just transitioning back over as they peek out. Worried about Pit. Spots one, spots two. Info, and he's alive and kicking. Needs a headshot. Frozen flustered. Running out of bullets. It's Hunter onto Brokey. All onto Frozen.
This would be some clutch.
This would be a necessary clutch from Frozen. An impossible task, surely, with Nico and Nexa breathing down your neck. Now, getting the bomb in is one thing. It's up to Nico and Nexa to convert this. Or will Frozen aggress into Nexa? He's bringing it together, piece by piece. Frozen! The new addition starts up in the Spodek.
That's what Carrigan was banking on right there. The first time in the Spodek, and he's delivering those type of clutches. Big impact yet again from Frozen. And this is how the round started. Looked like it was crumbling apart. Just an aggressive push down mid. Modesty with the safe rifle finds the first. The pistol's pesky as you like, but Frozen, a 1-on-3. Beautiful work. He's been doing this for some time as Frozen. Sure, baby face, but big time. Now on the big stage, getting it done.
Does that throw a spanner in the works of G2's confidence?
Look, I'll be honest. You think you should pick that one up, but you know that you're investing into this one. You already have 5 on the CT side.
That's going to motivate the FaZe ranks as well. Quiet so far has Rain. First to fall in that previous round. Different setup. Early control.
Hunter's going to have some choices to make here in a moment's time. Smoke about to land at his doorstep, so the 3-quarter. What a fight. Ahead of it was Rain before the smoke had plumed, but more damage done to the defense as now they're scrambling, trying to block, coming through.
Whoa!
Down.
Carrigan pulls it off, pushing the smoke, and down goes Nexa. A big headshot, sight lost. Round surely to follow. 11 frags and counting for Frozen. He has not let off the gas as a 6th round imminent for FaZe Clan.
I remember how this game started, right? We were in a massive hole as far as FaZe is concerned. Trying to retain this one rifle. It was a 4-0 start, and kills, they couldn't be counted.
That's right.
But this is the thing, Alex. Disposition matters more than position, and they were behind, but Frozen was the one to get them started. The banana entries.
That's right.
2 massive kills to get FaZe on the board, and now the tone has been set. They will take the lead 6-5.
Frozen giving us a show for our first quarterfinal of Katowice 24.
So they rip this away. Rain's coming looking.
Your valuable asset into the next round. Nico. Poised.
And important. Very important. You can take a look at the finances here going into the final round of play. Nico will now be able to drop an extra rifle. The rest of them just under that 3K mark, but this is FaZe. They hit the go. They were forcing pressure towards long. They were blocked towards short, but on that timing were able to push themselves through. Modesty couldn't get the job done. FaZe might be heading into the halftime with a 7-5 lead because G2, this will not be an easy round to win. Sure, MP9's very serviceable on a map like this. But Carrigan, he's hit his stride now.
Frozen, forced forward. Nico investigates, claims control. Carrigan playing the fade just as Nico looks away. The nade, though, could do significant damage. Carrigan finds the head of Nico. They've opened up, and they're continuing. Without the bomb, but pushing the site. Hooksy gone. Slight concern about the bomb, but Rob's holding for the potential aggress mid.
And they have so many re-smokes available for spawn here. So no real issues at the moment for FaZe. Range joined the party. This info play, it's going to be met by Robs.
Oh, he's hearing all of that. Readies himself. Nose pressed to the monitor as he confirms the round and the lead for FaZe at the half. Carrigan with a beautiful double into the B side.
I think he started 0 and 7.
Yeah, he's found his footing, excuse me. 5 frags in this first half. And there we have it, FaZe Clan 7 working their magic to recover the half and leave with the lead. The first quarter-final of the Intel Extreme Masters Katowice 2024. G2 taking us to Inferno and starting oh so strong, but Carrigan, he found a formula. And FaZe coming into the second half with a 7-5 lead, moving into the CT side.
Yeah, and considering how things started, FaZe are going to be very happy with those 7 rounds to their name. They got blanked. Nexa with some big impact on the pistol. Also on a gun round, so it's great to see him finding that confidence. And now as we head into the second half, G2, I'm sure they'll be content with 5 rounds to their name. It's their turn on the attack.
Questions were raised of Hunter, so far so good.
Oh, wow. Hello. Well, might just be taking advantage of the recharge feature.
Yeah.
Well, he might get a chance, Alex.
This is interesting.
Nexus just around the corner.
My God.
Come on now.
There is no way. Robs has been theory crafting already. Unbelievable, and it's not gone. As you said, 30 seconds, he'll have another one to go.
Hold on to that bad boy.
Frozen though, he's getting run at, he's getting run at. Wow, composed is Frozen.
And blocked.
RG2.
They're coming through.
Giving it a go, smoke of their own. Frozen, what? Full flash, now Kerrigan gets another, the back is turned, and it's all 5 alive for FaZe.
Oh, an electric start to the second half.
Oh, I can't believe Robs has already been cooking.
That is so cheeky, and we were just talking about Nex's confidence from his impact with that first half of play. Well, that's like getting knifed.
Oh my goodness.
Hands here.
That's got to be one of the first Zeus kills on a quarter-final stage in the Spodek.
Oh,
My
that is
God.
something special. But this B defense as well, beautiful. Yeah, all you can do is smile as Carrigan, the showman, happy with that.
Oh, wow, that's such a big smile out of Robs.
Grins from ear to ear as 9 destined to be FaZe clans. Don't worry about it, they're on a full eco.
Oh, it would be nice, some damage, but yeah, definitely. I mean, this is going to put them in such a good mood. You want your opponent's map pick, you just want the pistol. You feel like you've got 9 guaranteed. You should have 9 guaranteed, right?
Just a quick whack around the ear. I think Rain will think better of that, but Robs won't. This is Robs' domain, and another dink with a Glock. Careful now. Well, any kills that G2 can get here, Hooksy would be well and truly happy with that. Bomb going down, surely not. Mid, very fortified. You can see the position Rain's holding over towards short. He can always pivot in and help. As he's not really watching apps, it's just kind of caretaking at the moment. So they're worried about a mid pop. No flash though, has to be dry.
And running into the loving embrace of Brokey. There's one from Nico, gets the Glock headshot. We'll finish off what Monacy's Glock had started for just the one casualty.
You mentioned Monacy. Difficult map to see him coming alive on T-side, AWP, Inferno.
Yeah, but I mean, we've seen his rifle. You know, he's definitely no slouch on the rifles. Pull G2 at times, kicking and screaming with his performance on it in the server. And so, yeah, he's got that AK out.
These first CT rounds, especially as a bit of a bonus with 2 MP9s and a FAMAS getting carried through. This is a very important round to see what Carrigan's been cooking up. Do they have an aggressive maneuver? Do they just want to play things quite static and standard? Deep banana smoke missed. You can see that on the radar. It's over towards T-spawn. See if I can highlight that one. Oh, there we go. There it is. That blue smoke all the way back down T stairs. So that one has missed. Well highlighted as well. Thank you, Mr. MC.
Now, it's Carrigan. Wow, you saw that. Just deleted. A momentary burst from the MP9 and an opening kill has been found.
Robs has a timing.
Nexa has a headshot. This bonus you discussed, seems like G2 are weathering the storm.
Check this out. Full rotation, the B bomb site has been evacuated. Everybody has rotated over to defend A site's honor.
A nade.
That was the team nade.
Yeah. Maybe telling, and actually forces a reposition. Out of range.
Awkward.
Very uncomfortable now for FaZe. Brokey needs at least 2. He's provided, and Frozen unable to start that clutch machine whirring into action. Instead, it will be G2 on the board for the T side.
Okay. Well, the MP9s took the first 2 fights. That's part of that bonus round, but it doesn't really feel like a bonus when you take a look at FaZe's finances. It's enough for a couple of rifles, but emissions for Rain and Robs if they were to invest. It looks like they're just going to be chipping in. So nothing too hefty. Pistol upgrades for every single one of the FaZe clan members, but G2, your chance to just pull this back to a 2-round game now has been hard fought. Find the 2 picks, you collapse onto the side, it gets chaotic. They knew that there were 2 members there because of the double HEs, right? One landing and actually giving the sound cue away of Rain, and then the other that he threw toward that porch side. So they knew they were in for a fight. As this one, normally in a round like this, you're having a hope that you find a big kill on one of these Deagles early, but they're not really searching over towards B. Isn't just on the coffin's position. Carrigan ready to block from first oranges. And on a string is Brokey.
Smoke pulls him further in. Second smoke landing, and yeah, those headshots. Oof, well, it's damage, significant damage. It might ward them off.
And the fact that they just found Rain, went looking with the dual Berettas in the boiler. Don't think the rotation can get here in time.
Yeah, no fun for Robs here as Carrigan is investigating, and it's Nico who is trapped. No, he's not. Frozen will finish off that Deagle frag.
Robs would have to go mental here.
Yeah, with an armored P250. Wouldn't hold your breath. Brokey as well on the side, misses his opportunity, and that's the P250 gone. It's G2 clean and converting.
Now, with the digits getting punched in, we're going to see the next 40 seconds of Frozen trying to hold on to this new prize possession. Interesting stickers on that AK.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
Well, it is Nico's. Once upon a time.
Representing. Oh, interesting. Wow, interesting ones on that. That is a stacked AK-47 for Monacy.
Well, they'd love to carry this through. Lost bonus, of course, in 1900 into the next. It's going to be a bit touch and go, but now that Frozen's spotted, will they let the Hounds off the leash? He even wants to continue to take a biff, knowing that damage is also name of the game for FaZe. Try and chip away at whatever G2 have invested in. Taking his time as Monacy doesn't want to give away the AK. Steps out, Frozen, loses it all. And Taz, happy with that hunt. Now, that one bullet headshot machine could be a bit of a dilemma going into the next. Now, FaZe, second gun round. Will they be able to respond immediately? The weapons rejoin the fray.
Yeah, you saw there on the replay that Rain Boiler fight happened off cam.
Don't have the fireworks just yet, but the way this one's trending, you never know. Brokey, AWP out. We are back underway. 3 banana. Vying for control. Nico more than happy not to take that flak damage. Well, Hunter, his cousin, works on the boiler space, helped set up there by Hooksy. So they do have some room to work with now, and they are calling out how much util has been used from FaZe.
Which is considerable. More from Hooksy this time. Rain will respond with an incendiary. That's the last bar Baroki.
And how much pressure do you really feel like G2 have applied? Not a lot. So they're putting their guard up early FaZe. They're going to have to get it done with the guns because G2 are stacked in the util department. Hooksy's in a very good position to call them into a round finish.
He got full mid. Trapped behind the smoke is Rain.
He needs the first. Hooksy's going to smoke off banana and there's a flash, or is it going to go deeper? It might be a pop.
Yeah, they fire off the orb shot. Brokey needs to get back, Nico accelerating, trying to isolate. Look at him, knife out, straight into the side. What's going on, Nico? Can't believe it. Frozen's there, as is Brokey. Hard shot to hit, cut down by Hunter, very uncomfortable. No kit. A good damage, Hunter brought low. 32 points of health between Hunter and Monacy. Does Carrigan give it a look in? Robs with just an MP9.
Oh, that sinking feeling again. We discussed how difficult it can be to retake, and if they'd only known how much damage Rain was able to achieve there as they scurried in towards the site. And you can understand from Nico, and I respect the hell out of it. Right. You see the AWP top banana? You expect it just to be the AWP, and they've hedged their bets with 4 over towards A. That wasn't the case. He gave up his life, but he took a lot of space, and that is key. Sure, it doesn't come with any kills. It doesn't come with the stats added to the tally, but you get the round. Yeah,
and maybe that play, you know, is, in a nutshell, summarizes Nico's new approach to the game. He's always bigging up Monacy, and he's playing for the team.
Just want to make a quick note. Rops was able to upgrade his MP9 into an A4. He was hanging around there, so that MP9 to carry through as a save, not great, but he was able to pick up an A4 with the bomb going off. So that was Frozen. Picking up a cheeky frag onto Nico. Brokey only getting one, was run down. The rotation not quick enough.
Yeah, big frags from Hunter and Monacy there.
I love the call from Hooksy. They pivot back, they do all the mid-pressure, they note that the AWP, well, actually, they were calling that before they had even noted the AWP and banana, so that was an all-in regardless. So well handled.
Yeah, good flash as well. Brokey fires off the shot, and Nico just charges. We got a one-round game here, folks. This is G2's pick. 3 consecutive now.
Wow, we saw G2 couldn't really do a lot in the first half with saved rifles, or at least invested on one of those mid-loss bonus, right? So they had to invest, but this is saved, and well, if you FaZe, Do you have a move in store? We know Rops likes to be quite aggressive towards the boiler and halls. They're going to go for a 4-1 of their own. So Karrigan towards B cannot go down in the early stages. Rops, well, the Spodek and this balcony. Some good memories once made. G2 just going through the paces again. This time they don't have as much util to force out of FaZe whatsoever, but you do want to try and identify where these rifles are.
Needs to move his mic down there, Hunter. May not be hearing you right now.
Yeah, Taz, that might be your job, as he's definitely having something to say.
Yeah. Now's not the time to be fiddling with your headset, though. Just focused on the task at hand. Loud is... Yep, there it is. Audible. Rops will be relaying that information. There we go.
It's all right.
Let's see. Oh, they slip into boiler just as the util arrives, as do the players. Hooksy's back was turned. A good timing from Rops. One of those 2 save rifles. Has drawn first blood. Spots the barrel. Controls the spray. Takes down the AWPer as well. Nexa into the site. Activates. Out of apartments into the pit. Rain.
Only 3 kills for Rain so far. This could be a big, impactful round. Then the Norwegian needs it.
Yeah, and no armor on him. Oh, Karrigan just stampeding and still beats out Nico.
Has he done that?
I don't think Nico knows, but either way, Hunter using the AWP off of Monacy's corpse in the low HP. A 2-on-2. No armor for FaZe. Oh, Brokey doesn't know how close that was. With Hunter's HP where it is. And now it's all on to Nexa. He has some chem, and he's got a clutch in front of him. What can you do? 5 seconds as he has to hold it. Has to hold it. Brokey closing the gap. It's Nexa's chance, and it's glorious. Triple kill from Nexa.
Whoa, that one was labored, and Nexa bails them out again. That's 3 rounds we can put to his name. The newest addition to the team. He's donned the G2 jersey before. He's been here with the final without the crowd. And this is a quarterfinal with it, and he is standing up to be counted because the community, not a massive fan of this addition. The roster change come with some scrutiny, but Nexa, impact, and that is going to feel real good.
He's contributing.
9-9, we're all tied up.
Yeah, and Monacy's fed up. Well, these slow-paced rounds, charges up Banana and dispatches Karrigan. Looks like Hooksy's talking a lot, so with an early pick, he has a clear game plan for the finish.
Rain's having a rough game, Alex.
Yeah. Will it continue to go that way? No, with the spray, nearly 3. The dink onto Monacy puts him on 2.
Still pressure on Rops.
Yeah, we're trying to reposition, finds a safe haven between the flames. It's actually Brokey's up onto Nico. Looks like FaZe have done enough unless we get another heroic Nexa round. Brokey says no. His 15th frag, a double in this round.
There's a 1-on-3 on 2 HP sound.
Sounds impossible to me, Chad, but maybe not to Monacy. He seems to have a very good idea, a sneaking suspicion.
How to get the bomb at least.
Up. Whoa, goes for a lightning fast quick scope. Does miss out on that, and Brokey closes with his 3rd. FaZe the first to find double digits.
There's Rain. A very important double kill and damage done on that short side. To be honest, I thought he should have contributed more in the previous.
Yeah, well, there's some redemption for him.
And it breaks the streak. That was 4 straight for G2, but the first to reach the double digits is FaZe. And the 3rd tactical timeout now called by G2. That was even with the opening pick found in Banana.
And you heard in the interview Hooksy gave just saying that FaZe is a different beast on the stage, and they're starting to feel that now in the server. Final timeout from Taz.
As a reminder, we do have Ents, the hometown heroes, coming up next against Falcons. Locking horns for our 2nd quarterfinal of the day with Nico. Can he he find success with the banana entry? Mollied out of position, nade at his face. Does he want to flash?
He wants to fight. Oh, the barrel was spotted, and Nico, he committed to that spray. It's Carrigan that will take him out of the round. He tried to go for a bit of a all-in maneuver. Up banana. This resulted in already an early casualty.
And this could hurt even more for G2. This is for FaZe's 11th, but the finance is only 1,900 as the loss bonus for G2 going into the next. They need to try and make a dent in this round. Keep FaZe honest. See if you can get the bomb down. Give yourself something to work into the next, or even better, pull off a 4v5 number disadvantage.
Yeah, well, one of your rifles now. Hooksy's Tech 9 littering banana as the flash from m0NESY trying to regain that space, regain control, and it seems that FaZe will allow it to happen.
They've retained full mid control right now, have FaZe. So that's great information that, hey, fortify that B bomb site, get ready for this hit. Frozen still has a smoke to block, so when this util bombs through the sky, he can get that out. Oh, he's holding on to his smoke, okay. Oh, yeah. Good decision.
He's ready now. With that orb, misses it. Hard swing, wide, comes Hunter into the site. They still have to find him. Not the weapon for the job. Hunter knows there's someone else. Brokey firing off shot through the smoke. And Reigns flank floored by m0NESY. 2v2 in the smoke. This is chaos. It's all done on the round. How did FaZe hold on to that? How is Brokey still alive?
That is insane. The response time from his teammates to take the pressure off. They were just flooding in through CT and banana. That meant the Brokey just leaping around. He dropped his smoke. We had the frozen smoke back aside. We were just gray screened. That was chaos in banana, but this is the opener. This time Carrigan getting the better of Nico. Rotates in the damage done by Frozen onto next, so that's beautiful. But it was just a quick response time to deal with that, and it's so awkward as Nico. Frustration starting to show. G2 out of money, and they have to go for the force buy. FaZe are in control.
Full control. The 12th round. Ooh! Could have been secured in the opening. Instead, it's Nico. Disrupts with the dig. Takes Frozen.
It's become a whole lot more winnable now. That is a massive pick, and you can see what it's forced out of the rotation. Playing 2-2, and an amps pop with this type of a bite. Maybe perfect. Rops back up on his perch. Rain underneath to support. I believe a sound cue was just made towards Halls. Faking it out. Hunter trying to be cheeky with it. This is essentially going to be a 2v5, Alex.
Yeah, by no means easy for Rops. He's going to need Rain's help, Rain's support, the util to be tested. Here comes G2. Turns the flash, Rops nails it! And combined with Rain, it's 3 on the spray. Hunter holds on, just enough health. 5 HP in it, and he gets the bomb down. Nico's going to be overlooked. Or not, Carrigan clears. And a Hunter 5 HP clutch seems like they're asking too much.
18 kills, he's having one of those big games. This would be huge.
This would be ridiculous. A single bullet from Brokey, and they're right next to each other. There it is. It wasn't the first bullet out of Brokey, but it gets it done, and 12 in the bank on G2's pick. FaZe, 1 round away from taking the first map of this quarterfinal.
Again, the finance is going to be the biggest problem for G2 going into round number 22, very likely to be the last round of play. And the fact that Carrigan has the awareness, right? They only knew where Hunter was, but once the bomb goes down, you usually beelining it. So great cognizance there from the in-game leader. And Hunter, he is having impact in this game, but it's not enough to get across the line in a 2-on-1 situation. They bought the best they can. That plant is going to help. Galil's, AK, Mac 10. But FaZe, this is their map to win now. Ancient up next, their choice.
Hooksie, he's fed up. He just runs straight into Frozen's M4. Already, Nico chipped away, hamstrung at 20 HP. Rain's found an angle around this smoke. Hunter's going to walk straight through it. Loses his head. It seems Inferno falling through their fingers. G2's pick. And it's flying the FaZe flag.
Shake of the head, the tut of the tongue. The 2 heaviest of hitters, both kept relatively quiet on Inferno. This started with a 4-0 lead The pistol for FaZe, the conversions, dealt with the first gun round, but then Frozen happened, and then Frozen happened again. Spoke about the fact he's one of the few members on this stage right now, including the coaches, to have never played a grand final here in the Spoda. The other seasoned vets at this stage. Well, Frozen's been looking comfortable, looking right at home in this FaZe jersey.
Honestly, he gets away with that first, but it won't happen again. Nico, the last to fall. And there you have it. FaZe Clan taking G2's Inferno. Carrigan very happy with that one. And a strong debut in the Spodek for Frozen. 17, top of the board with Brokey.
We asked about a well-established coach. You have a brand new coach, big man, big personality. He was your security guard at the award show. How's Taz going as a coach?
He's very good, very good. Yesterday, he was a big part of our wins. He had a very good motivational, not speech, but he had a good words to spread to us when we were obviously having to win 2 games. It's not easy, so he helped us a lot yesterday. But overall, his game understanding is very good. But you obviously need time to adapt to the new meta. He hasn't been competing for a while, so it takes time. But as probably Zonic and so, he's also super hardworking. I have never seen a guy work harder than him. He's watching CS nonstop as well, and he's trying to sometimes do too much, in my opinion, as well. So that's super nice to see, and him and Rasmus are also getting very well together. So I'm looking forward to working with him more.
We have a good balance. I'm playing and he's watching. That's a good balance. Yeah. But he's really good. Yeah, I like him as a person as well. That's the most important, I think, if you have a person who is really, who's a good person, you make fun with him and you can speak everything with him, what you want. It's just a good.
Wow, first map done, dusted. Is it like that? Is it really going to be like that for G2 out here in the Spodek? Let me just go ahead and do all of this where I tell you, you're watching the Intel Extreme Masters in 2024 in the city of Katowice in a quarterfinal. Who's showing up and who's not, Maniac?
Well, I'm going to tell you this. FaZe is here to play. And in spite of a good start from G2, which was one of the win conditions that we had painted here in Spodek, FaZe completely outclassed them, turned things around from 0-4 to 13-9. It is a clear victory from FaZe Clan.
Absolutely, G2 started off hot, Nex and Hunter in that pistol round really delivering, but when it came to the gun rounds, we had a big question coming into this game. Was Frozen going to deliver? Yeah. Was he going to show up? And boy, did he deliver, especially on that T side from the get-go in some of the first gun rounds that FaZe was able to win and stop the streak from G2. It was Frozen finding those entries towards B.
So let's do this from a technical aspect. Let's start to jump into some of these rounds that we have.
Well, Yenko is talking about it. The first time you see Frozen in the feed, the first time you notice him is round 5. And he actually unlocks the situation for FaZe. You're talking about a hot start from G2, and then you need someone to find that entry power. We know that G2 play a little bit with Spawn when it comes to Banana, who's going to fight there, but Frozen does it for FaZe Clan, and he absolutely destroys him. That's a double kill. I could mime it for you guys at home. I don't think I would pay the full picture of the round, but here you have it. Frozen being thrown in. Great timing, the top flash as well. Nico is blind, and then after this, he's going to have that little bit of a flick here onto Kerrigan, onto Hooksy rather, and that's the double kill that unlocks the situation. That's his first 2 kills. He's got 7 ADR prior to this.
And also, if you look at the money for FaZe, I mean, this is right off of them losing the first gun round and saving rifles, right? Like, if they end up losing this round, G2 really gets rolling. They have a lot of money. They're up 5-0. So this was crucial for FaZe to gain a foothold in that first half.
Yeah, and you know, you talk about footholds. For FaZe's foothold here, just putting their foot down might have been the great part.
Look, again, we talk about Frozen. Not only does he unlock the situation, but he stabilizes as well. 1 versus 2, round 10. And this was a round as well, for context, where G2 were very aggressive. We talked about early skirmishes. G2 deep dive into second mid, got a couple of kills. Hunter made life very complicated for FaZe. And then it's Frozen stabilizing at the end. Like, the value of these rounds from Frozen. We said he was going to be tested here. I'll say he passed the test. What a way for Frozen to kickstart his big stage career with FaZe right there.
Big stage on the FaZe career, like the whole debut right there. So, you know, if we are we out of rounds? There's no way we're out of rounds. You guys like a round 8 was probably another example, yeah?
Listen, there's plenty of rounds to dive into. I'm a generous man myself, so I like to, I just like to give, like to talk about Counter-Strike all this way. Here, it's a little bit about FaZe being able to sustain as well. Some rough start-ish. We have Frozen finding the kill onto Nexa. We see m0NESY trying his very best here. And then Nico finally in a good position, Yanko.
Yeah, Nico finds another kill, so now it's a 4v4 situation, right? And G2, just off of the back of a round win themselves, m0NESY gets the first kill, and now it's a 4v3. It's only him and Hunter here, but then we see some of the misses from m0NESY. He had plenty of opportunities in this round, right? Like, tries to make something happen, misses another shot, finds a kill with the deagle, but here the round falls apart a little bit. Still 3v2 for G2. HooXi hears the player burning inside from the incendiary, wants to push the envelope, doesn't know that, again, Frozen is the player who got up to Graveyard, and Broken Frozen win that 2v3. There were so many of these sort of close rounds where even G2 has a small advantage, but the FaZe players managed to claw it back.
I really wish we could hear what they were saying in this round, because in my eyes, m0NESY is very responsible of this situation. Not only because of the misses, and he's got a few of them, and after this round, by the way, he disappears with the AWP, so talk about emotional impact. But as the player being alive in pit, he's supposed to supply information to the rotation, let them know what's at risk, what is safe, where am I, be careful, and you can see the rotation coming in, completely lost. HooXi over his flank, I don't know what was said, but what I know is that this was the beginning of the downfall for m0NESY. We picked him, I pinned him as a win condition, the only carrier of G2. Broky just put him in his pocket. m0NESY was nowhere to be found in this game compared to the other sniper.
Which is a scary thing. It doesn't bode extraordinarily well for G2. We're going to get into that next map sooner rather than later, but I'm thinking right here we got to highlight our United States Air Force aim high player of the map, and that's got to be Frozen. Let's just run the numbers and tell you exactly that. We're sitting here singing his praises, and for all intents and purposes, he's doing it in the server when it matters.
Yeah, the pyrotechnics don't seem to impact him, Trace. Yeah. He's still ice cold in this game. We talked about some of these rounds and the impact he's found, right? The T side wouldn't be the same if it weren't for Frozen's plays. And after that, when we move on to the second one, I think it was as a team that FaZe managed to sort of bounce back. Even Rain, who was struggling, had a round or two towards the very end that was really important. G2 had their opportunities in the second half. A couple of 5v4s towards the end of the half, but they just couldn't convert.
And I love that some of the highlights that we see from Frozen here, they paint a very accurate picture of where Frozen is at with FaZe right now. T side is where he does his magic. Like, he's got such a good way of positioning himself to be in that trading position, to follow the likes of Rain, to follow the likes of Kerrigan, and find a way to be impactful mid-round. This was a great first map for Frozen.
And we talked about roles prior to this, right? We're talking about getting the spots that you want on the maps, and Frozen's making good use of that.
Yeah, absolutely. See, he's on B now, right? Rain has been delegated to the A bomb site, perhaps a reason for some of the struggles, but I think for me, going into Ancient, right, the big thing is just going to be, is G2 able to mentally reset, right? Because m0NESY has had a poor game, a lot of misses. Nico, towards the end of that game, a couple of really frustrating rounds. The one behind Broken with the banana, with the AK, then the one with the deagle towards the very end, where G2 forced the two lost 5v4s, right? All of that stuff. It can be really tough to deal with that, and if they're not able to reset, FaZe will just end the game.
Just run them over.
I just wanted to add to these rounds. I agree they are frustrating, but they also paint a picture of, this is the Nico with the least amount of confidence I have witnessed in the last 5 years of Counter-Strike. Period. He is never supposed to let people walk into his crosshair and miss. He's done it twice with 2 different weapons. He fires too quickly. When the hell does Nico fire too quickly when you walk into his crosshair? This is a man that's lost his absolute certainties in the game. You can witness it, you can feel it, and it hurts me.
I can feel it the way you're saying it right now. My goodness.
You can just see the doubt, right?
Yes.
In his game. It's the doubt because he doesn't know if the game will cheat on him again, right? Like he's not feeling it to the same as well naturally as he did in CSGO. So he's holding some angle or making the play that he believes is right, but it's gone south so many times that perhaps he's doubting what's right anymore.
Yeah, and you know what? I get that feeling. I understand that feeling probably much more than I probably should. Now, before we jump into our next map of the series, coaches, they got some words, and surely the G2 side's going to have something to say after that.
All right, just talking to Neo here, and I said the gamble paid off. Yeah, Inferno. The gamble, I mean, for G2 didn't pay off is what I asked him, and he said no, and it's so important because he said, I'm not entirely happy with the entirety of the map, but I'm happy that we showed the resilience because it was so important going into Ancient with this win. I also asked, are you feeling it, that they're cheering for you as well as for the players? And he said yes, and it helps so much.
Well, it sounds like you got a good amount of information.
Yeah.
Taz, less so many words for me here, and obviously frustrations are high. I touched on the fact that obviously both Inferno and Ancient, they haven't played here at Katowice. Will that play into it? He says yes, with our good maps, we know what we're doing with it. He just felt like it was a bit slow to start and the warmth was not there for the guys, but that's not good enough on a stage like this. He's gonna have to make sure they're hyped up and ready going into the second map.
Absolutely.
All right, look, here's the realities. Taz, coach on one side, Neo on the other. That's already just a blockbuster storyline writing itself. If you're Taz, you're standing over there behind G2 where it really did kind of fall flat a little bit. What are you telling your team, Yanko?
I feel like there's two ways you can go with this, right? When your players are struggling a little bit individually, either you can try to call more team-based stuff, right? Not the defaults where they have to make decisions and have to have a lot of confidence in their duels, or if that's really not the case, if they just feel like, you know, it's been a couple of bad moves, but the players still have confidence, then it's just about reinforcing that, right? Going to saying, guys, you got this. Like, we're not going to change anything. We're going to keep going for that. It's going to turn in our favor. You just have to believe in it.
And I feel like I lean towards that solution. I liked how G2 entered some of these rounds. They didn't look to me as they were afraid. I think they had the right idea, the right proclivities at the beginning of the round. We talk about Hunter being aggressive second mid. This is about just stabilizing, solidifying some of these late situations. Need a couple of those just to get the blood flowing again, and they're not too far away from the truth.
And okay, but let's take that same idea and that same thought process here, apply it to a CT-sided start for G2 on the next map. How do you go about stopping FaZe from dictating pace early on? They get aggressive, get in their face, all this, but...
Yeah, I think you have to be disruptive, right? Like, it all begins with the pistol rounds, and then what's the economy situation like? But you could see for FaZe, it's playing steady, slowly taking map control, trying to puzzle the pieces together and figure out what it is that the opponents are doing. So, yeah, definitely be disruptive. Don't sit back. Don't let them have everything on the map.
Yeah, map control, but like freedom of movement, really.
Hey, right? You talk about map control. I think Ancient was on the map where Robs did his absolute best work early on in CS2. In terms of like the amount of space he was allowing himself to take versus what resources were devoted to him. And we haven't exactly mentioned his name too much. We didn't really need to either, which, by the way, it would be criminal for us not to mention Brokey after this first map.
Have to.
What a showing from him with the AWP. Ancient, famously a map where he absolutely shines in late round situations, combat style AWP as well. This is going to get real complicated. In the duel of snipers, he's got the upper hand right now, and that needs to be a different story if we want to have a map 3.
Yeah, no joke. And, you know, Yanko, I hate to do this to you, to pain you like this. The G2 you saw on the first map lead you to believe that we can go to 3?
No, not really. I think more than anything else, because of the lack of individual performance in key moments, mostly from Nico and m0NESY. I mean, hey, we had questions about Nexa. He did his job on both sides, right? Hunter showed up in this game too. Hooksy, sure, you're going to look at the kills and say, oh, it hasn't been that great. I don't think that was necessarily the problem in this map for G2. The calling was good, so it has to be Nico and m0NESY stepping up if they're going to have a chance to take this into a third map.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. And on that note, we go to a break so that we can maybe come to a conclusion in this series, but also maybe go to a third map. Who knows? Let us know what you think. That's hashtag IEM. We go to the break, we come back. It's FaZe G2. You're watching the Intel Extreme Masters, y'all.
Jump across. Oh my God! didn't see you there. We've got a little game show. I was going to play with the boys.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, there's some skins from the game.
Okay.
That you guys are going to be guessing the prices of.
Okay.
The start game.
And you can collect your points. So let's have a go, shall we?
Yeah.
Time starts now.
Oh my god. Oh god. We get a slight zoom in on this.
What are you? Oh yeah.
We have picked the blindest
This is for a Krieg of some description.
Okay.
Wow.
That right there.
45 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna guess
Yeah, the
maybe.
time pressure is really
Maybe
good.
like I'll guess like $10 on this one.
$10.
Yeah.
10 flat. Okay.
It's quite
high.
That's high. This is a
I'm
stat
gonna.
track.
Yeah, but
Battle
it's
Scar.
not. But it's not very good.
Is that a carbon
I'm
fiber?
gonna guess 80 cents.
Yes.
80
It's not.
cents.
Yeah.
It's not above $1.
I think that's the Glock Catacombs up next. That's pretty cheap. I think that's about
He does know his skins.
15 cents. I'm not gonna go very high.
20 seconds.
Yeah.
It's stat track, Harry. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Oh, it
Minimal
will
wear.
actually, but I can't.
don't wanna go
don't have
back.
time.
15
seconds.
This is about $14.
Is it?
Yeah, and then I think that's the
Crimson Web?
Oh, that's the Crimson Web, is it?
I'm
Okay,
guessing.
then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess
4 seconds.
$1.
$1. Whoa! With 1 second to spare, he's just across the line. That was
Okay,
stressful.
27% close. 27 points.
It was $80.
So hold on.
$80.
$1.
And also the $10.
Yeah, I was just running out of time on
Yeah,
this
that
one.
was
I'll be
stressful.
honest,
That was
it got
stressful.
very stressful down the stretch.
You were bang on about the Neon Revolution. I thought that would be way more pricey.
Yeah, I felt that was the one I felt the most confident on.
Yeah.
The fact I didn't see it was stat track, that was on me.
Are you ready to play?
I am ready.
Fantastic, Chad. Let's start that timer. Game on. 60 seconds on the clock.
All right, for the first one, Mac 10. Don't know what that is. Going to go with a flat $5 straight off the top.
Okay.
Deagle as well. Unfamiliar with this one. It's well worn. Let's go low. Let's go $1.50.
Old.
Galil. I actually own that Galil, I think.
He's
but
flying
I'm not,
through this.
but
40
I'm-
seconds left,
I'm
Harry.
not sure. Well worn.
I feel like
at
there's a bit
stat
more
track.
discussion on my one, I'll be honest.
Look, I'm letting the clock. I'm letting the clock speak for itself. That Galil is
Stat track.
but it's well worn. Let's go.
mil-spec
Let's
as
go
well.
$6. Let's keep it fairly low. The AWP, it's battle scarred. It is a Asimov after all. I should know this. I'm going to go at $40 for the. Oh no, actually that's.
It's just because battle scarred Asimovs can be quite.
$40, 13 seconds. Deagle print stream factory new. Let's go $150. Let's go high and let's lock that in.
Butchered this.
That's quite
He is absolutely butchered.
quite
it.
a 44.85 points.
He gains the points from early
done
on.
it.
The Asimov wasn't too far off. Okay,
Wait, we've
sure.
gotta stop the alarm.
The print stream was so high.
I overshot on the print stream, but I didn't undershoot on the Asimov.
That was quite a
too
Listerine
badly.
phase that Harry went
It
for
was,
when
yeah.
he heard
It was the print stream one that like really sent me.
You couldn't quite believe
That was my
it.
closest one. What are you talking about? The others are like 10p, and I'm guessing
No, the
dollars.
closest one was the Asimov.
Yeah, how can you say
Oh, sorry,
the print
yeah,
stream
sorry,
is
the print stream,
literally
sorry. I mean,
double?
yeah.
But yeah,
Look,
close.
Yeah,
he can
the
talk
others
smack.
good.
He got half my points.
Yeah. So currently, Hugo, if it was just the leaderboard of us,
Yeah.
you'd be getting the $100.
Damn right.
It's time. Katowice, Spodek, get your snacks. Get in your seats, because we are getting ourselves situated for map 2 of this quarterfinal. FaZe already up, and with an opportunity to close it on their map pick, Chad. Surely this is the red carpet rolled out for a semi-final in 2.
Yeah, their map choice, another map that we're yet to see G2 play here in Katowice. Will Carrigan get the better of G2 again in the Spodek? Well, let's find out.
Let's. Hunters arrived. Didn't get the map win, but we know that, well, previous MVP of 23 on this stage, looking to pull G2 into a full 3-map affair in this quarterfinal. FaZe starting on the T side, G2 on the defense, and that black box, Ancient, we don't know what to expect. Maybe FaZe Clan 2, as we get ready to rock and roll into our second map of this quarterfinal. Are you ready, Katowice?
Haven't delivered the fireworks just yet. No overtime. Ancient would be a perfect place to deliver it. I think we can expect a few more punches to be thrown on a map like this. It allows for pace, and well, Monacy needs to start with a bang.
Oh, that's tough.
Nexus turn.
Oh, he gets one. Frozen deletes him back. Not an immediate rotation. They think it's all fakery. No bomb was spotted. It puts it all onto Hooksy. And Molly landing at his front door. Gets away. Puts one into the head of Frozen. Seizing control of Donut. Planting in that smoke. Thank you very much, G2. Strafing through. Nico down to Carrigan. And only Hooksy and Hunter remain.
Hunter slipped.
Hang on. There's an opportunity. These dual Berettas can unload damage. Destruction takes another. Frozen and Brokey are so low. Maybe he's got it in him. Time. And no head caught by Brokey.
Sharp shooting in that one. The A-main dual, modesty going in aggressive, trying to get that early info. You can understand why you'd want to go for an A-main push. You have so much early info on B. And Nico, camera zooms straight on him, looking straight down the line. But this is the opener. And whoa, Brokey with an impactful round. Frozen. Quick as you like as well. And for Nico, you never love to have to opt for that. But when the bomb's getting punched in, you try and take the risk with the flash, jumping through that smoke.
And we saw, again, is this a recurring theme? Carrigan onto Nico. This seems to be an interesting one.
Yeah, in that first map of play, Carrigan had 11 kills. 6 of them were on Nico, right? So if you're going to have frustrations, your old in-game leader of once upon a time, the in-game leader that you in that FaZe clan lost hope in.
Yeah.
Remember where Carrigan got booted to? He ended up on Envy for a while.
My God.
Right, we're going back in that time machine. So this man on your screen, a bit of a crowd favorite, back at the helm of FaZe, has been causing a bit of a nuisance for Nico, who, up until the last day, it felt like his confidence, it was in the bin.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that he had different colored mice on days 1, 2, and 3. What does that necessarily indicate? What does that mean?
Well, look, I played with a bunch of players in the past who would have multiple mice plugged in at once, and they will, you know, they have a bad death, and they would change to a different mouse. Now, look, this is Nico, one of the greatest riflers of all time. Maybe this is what he does all the time. I've never played with him. Maybe we need Yanko to break the ice on this one. But if a player is changing their tools every day,
yeah, at a tournament,
it's not a very good sign. Now, look, like I said, maybe that is just something that he does on a frequent basis, but he went through 3 different mice over the course of the group stage, and the one he's using now is the one he was using on the last day where he played well.
Okay. Not a great sign of confidence in someone you need at the tippy top of this G2 roster.
Yeah, and the same for Monacy. He has to come alive now as well, right? That's the driving force of this G2 team.
Right.
Nexa had his impact. He was doing his job, highlighted by the desk. Hunter was online, but really, it is all about Nico and Monacy. You and I got to have a chat with Magisk and Snappy, and that was exactly what Magisk said. He said, look, if you two play well, you can win. Well, flash at the ready. Carrigan might get caught by this.
This could be some confidence boost. Oh, confidence boosting frags. I don't get to finish my sentence as a bullet lands in his face, and Hooksy's found a double. He'll be happy with that. FaZe perhaps not, but all the same, it seems the round really hinges.
Hold up. Next is looking for revenge, Alex, and he's even got the skin.
There's no way.
Not this again.
It should be set for one.
He's got it done!
Oh, no!
He bought his from the $2 store!
Nexa! That one. He's like, what? Oh, Rob's obviously doing it better. The developer knows how to use it.
Where's that gone?
I don't know what happened. Yeah. What?
Well, yeah, everybody astonished by that one.
Bizarre, bizarre. Let's get it started though. It's gun time. Round 3. A little bit of a fumble on the bomb, might delay some of the timings.
Looks like they want to apply pressure towards B with the util that's being lined up. So Molly's towards heaven, and it's gotten a whole lot brighter out here as ramp has been blocked. I think they're going to... Oh, they were...
Beautiful.
Not bad by Hooksy.
He is starting Ancient strong, Chad. Both Carrigan and Hooksy leaders that, you know, fragging isn't at the top priority, but they will have a map. They'll have a map or two where they come alive. And right now, Hooksy started strong. Another opening in back-to-back rounds.
Well, here's a smoke to block over towards Cave. Nothing for Nico, however, and well, he's about to have company. Hunter's rotated in time. Long smoke, short as well, flash and go.
Right, trying to be the spearhead of the operation. Chunked down, spam does not connect. They are up. Nico onto Brokey. So they have continued to twist the knife of that opening kill. It's Frozen trying to turn the tide of battle, but Hooksy holds on. Bomb down, short, but Robson Rain, they are dead men walking. As Hunter makes it so. Puts one into the head of Robs. Only Rain stands, trying to do something. Only the one. G2, that's a very convincing start to your CT campaign.
Yeah, good impact from Hooksy. 2 kills to opener to give them the number advantage. Then on the way into the side, also finding another. So good job. Well handled, and that was with a buy, which definitely had some omissions as far as the util department went. So this opening kill through the boards from Hooksy, very important. Nico grabbing one through the smoke as well, just well aware of these sight lines. Brokey doesn't even get a chance, and Hunter does the same, straight to the front of the pillar, laser sharp. But the plant, pretty damn helpful if they wanted to go for a buy.
If?
Yeah, Brokey with an AK, armor behind it, a deagle for Frozen and Rain, Kagan with a smoke and a flash as they've missed their double mid molly. Hopefully that isn't an... Ooh, when they've just double smoked elbow. Okay.
Yeah. And they're starting 0A.
Well, the gap is being filled right now by Monacy. B called clear. There's a rotation as well from Hunter.
Honestly, just in time. Gets that nade down. Position well. That's a lot of damage. Finishes off Frozen. Hunter combines. This is perfect. Handling of business. Brokey, that rifle does nothing. And Monacy with 5 bullets. He'll put one in the head of Robs as well.
Nice little confidence builder there for Monacy. 4 kills in that round. Responded to that just in time. Nade doing all the damage before he even had to take that fight. So the info comes through. G2 set up a strong defense, and they deal with it. And there it is, that nade again, just shattering FaZe's chances. But that was a lighter investment from FaZe. Brokey operating with the Tech 9, the rest with AKs, and Taz happy with that, a bit of a grin on his face. So Carrigan's been given a heaven smoke by his teammates. Oh, that nade, it was heard, and what?
He spotted just through the smoke as it was naded away.
Nico needs space.
Yeah, he's taking it with force. Pushes pre-pop, catches Rain, walking out, and now they've lost complete control of the B side of the map.
Yeah, good mop job, and you can see Rops isn't even over towards A main just yet, still parked outside. So the thing is, by the time that they start leering in towards the site, G2 will have all the information. They've got full B lane, they're calling mid completely clear, and if any sound cues are made, Monacy is up close and personal, and Hunter can also hear this from Donut.
Yeah, you can see, he's very cautious.
They are aware that a leak was possible, right? Somebody could have potentially found the timing and pushed in towards Temple. But that isn't the case. Should be sitting pretty for this one, G2.
Yeah, should have no problem.
Well, can we take a look at Monacy? He's investigating back through red. Yeah, so they are really worried that somebody from FaZe has slipped in towards spawn.
In the meantime, they're only just progressing now. Boosting Frozen up.
Where do they use the smoke? Looks like CT.
Not Donut, that means Hunter will be active.
Temple molly.
Frozen, that was his chance. Squandered. Hunter posts his 5th. Bomb down, covered by Robs. A quick headshot, 2 versus 4, now 3. Look at the damage though. Opting to double Donut, not planted for you there. It's looking for action, looking for headshots, and oh, Nico's lost his.
They have a smoke on Nexa.
That would make things difficult with the defuse kits present. Smoke on Nexa. Not planted ideally for Donut, they double up. They don't know. With a spray transfer out of nowhere.
That was snappy as all hell. That was a 2v4 situation.
Just turned on its head.
No information, no map control. Completely stumped. Carrigan got that opener right through the smoke to start the round.
That's mad. Bringing the fight through Donut. Hitting that double as well. 2 versus 4 already. Gonna really rock G2's confidence.
It can get worse. FaZe win this, they break the finances of G2. The red smoke, I think it's missed.
G2 had all the info in the world in that round, and still it crumbles.
Yeah, you can see, hasn't quite landed, but the way that FaZe are postured, 4 players outside the B doors, allowing this smoke to subside, but you know you can isolate that 1B defender if you're quite poppy. Carriage is going to creep through, so the util isn't set up to be thrown just yet. Nico still has a smoke to block.
Yeah, he's jiggling for the shadow. No one's given it to him. Only into Jag. procedural map control. As this crunch gets it closer and closer, rotating through his Nexa. Hooksy spots and concedes cave. This nade, it lands. Carrigan crawls forward. They're starting to pincer in. Trying to erect a boost, but completely isolated is Nico. Just a drive-by from Carrigan's Tech 9. The site is lost, and don't forget what Chad was saying. If they really want to put all their resources into this, they'll have nothing in the next. Hooksy's already taken a heavy blow. Finished now by Carrigan, they're still there. Nice one back, Nexa survives. This can't be in their best interests, and they think the same.
But look at Frozen. Look at Frozen, he's already a step ahead of this. He wasn't needed over towards the site. They might try and rip everything away. As they evacuate, they need to be aware.
This could be heartbreaking. 3 rifles is workable. But Frozen so far ahead of this, ahead of the play. Rain joining him. When that bomb explodes, there could be some chaos concocted.
Honestly, won't be ready for the close peek.
Here he comes. Frozen crawls into the line. Down goes the AWPer. Nexa spotted out in the temple, but that's the most expensive gun gone.
That is a big hunt, and he will know that the AWP was dropped. There was no way for it to be picked up. The fact that he has decided to go through that donut position, wrap around into CT Sport and clear temple from that angle, Modesty was not ready whatsoever. So FaZe, a very simple execute. I got a little bit worried for a moment because when you look at the real estate they have for the post plant, they had nothing. But Carrigan playing in the fade of the smoke, that kill he gets over towards the long side, that's the difference maker. G2, no, we don't even have that part of the territory. How are we meant to retake? 2 rifles, that's all they have. Hunter run boosted.
Yeah, he's going to have to be the hero. One of those 2. Stampeding. Straight through. Rain ready. Receives him. And Hooksy as well. Caught in the spray. Nico, next on the naughty list, may have caught a glimpse, caught a whiff of Modesty trying
to want that rifle.
They're in the smoke, passing each other in the smoke. And now as it fades, Rain gets some. I was going to say, Modesty just about holds on to his life with 18 points of health remaining.
Well, they know where both are. You just putt this in towards A right now. Head on over, Frozen. Oh, he's hearing this.
Yeah, Nexus just loud about it. Frozen should have him dead to right. See you later, mate. Bullet to the back of the head. Modesty recovering an AK-47. It's something, but G2, I mean, they have got their work cut out for them already. They are setting a high bar here, FaZe, as a 5th already secure.
And FaZe, they're definitely not having to rush the issue. We've seen them sit passively outside the doors. No need just to run in and take all that flak damage. And Modesty might be going down. Frozen invigorated on the hunt yet again. Now Modesty spotted, rocking a hard place. If he heads towards spawn, he will go down to Brokey as well. Has he been able to pip a bit of a timing? Well, even so, Brokey clearing that out quite diligently, as you can see. So they must have a good idea where he's gotten off to. Maybe not. Modesty gets one, but for his troubles, Mops will finish him off. And I feel like that clutch, well, that 2v4 situation. Yeah. Right? This is the thing, we discussed it previously, but we are now in MR12, and mistakes are amplified. But if you're going to lose a round like that, and an important round where the finances really take a heavy hit, it is going to have echoes, and those echoes are being heard by G2 in this current moment. They're going to take their first tactical timeout. Taz, you need some words of inspiration now. This quarterfinal might slip through the fingers quicker than you'd like.
Yeah, a lot hinging on this next round from G2. Taz trying to impart some words of wisdom. FaZe Clan, a tough team to put away on a stage.
Neo's got to be happy with how things are currently trending. Getting the better of his former teammate here today. So listen, mate, you've got some up and downs to go through. You've only been here for 6 months and it's a wild ride.
Wow, that's loud, but
I like this.
Donut.
Yeah, they're going to take a lot of space. The AWP can post up, hold the big box line.
Ooh, Nexa, he's aware. A reactionary smoke of his own.
And they've done exactly what they'd hoped for. Look at the rotation that it's forced. And there's also a lot of utility that's been limped through from G2 already. They have 1 smoke left on Modesty with an incendiary, a couple of flashes. So nothing for G2 to work with, and we have 1:20 left on the clock. They've already expended almost all of their util. Deep Donut Smoke is selling this A play even more. It's essentially drawn all eyes off middle.
Yeah, Hooksy, he took a glance, nothing to report as they do sneak contact out mid.
Does he really want to poke his head out cave again? He's smoked off.
Confirmation of presence. Hunter prepares. Brokey Holding on towards the clear. That's perfect from Brokey. Close combat warping onto Hooksy.
Frozen has...
Oh, they've lost the sight. m0NESY goes down. Nice one back from Nico.
Frozen has the bomb on his own. He can't really go.
Brokey needs to support him as Rain's saying the B-side's feeling pretty quiet, but little does he know, rounding the corner is Nico. Another one, a double kill to level the odds, but Brokey's still a problem.
Next is the A defender.
Such a nuisance. Next is going to be finding a little bit of a timing, takes down the AWPer. Frozen's got the bomb, but he holds on. Nullifies the threat. And a 1 versus 2 presented to Nico.
I feel like he has to go for this. Doesn't have a kit. It's going to be problematic, and he's gone the long way round. Frozen might even get the jump on him.
This is an uncomfortable one for Nico, but it does feel compulsory for G2. Frozen does get the jump on Nico. 6 already in the bag.
Such a dicey scenario, right, with that bomb postured forward in red. Carrigan goes down. Frozen knows he can't go on his own, otherwise he's going to take the bomb right to their door. And this one might be quick as you like. FaZe 6 on the T side. This is beautiful work. Hooksy knowing he has to search, right? They don't have any info. There's pressure towards red. The map feels very, very small for G2 because look at how they were toyed with. All the A steps through main, the smokes as well. It drew the attention of 2. B lane was clear, but what does that mean? Nothing as G2 again will have to just limp in with hardly anything of an investment. Next, it does have support, and the 2 of them have high fire rate weapons. B lane called clear again. FaZe tried a lurk smoke, which didn't really draw too much attention as Hooksy. He's called the gamble. Said, boys, we've got the live buy, let's stack the site.
Ways to collect his next. Goes a bit overstepping the mark. Someone had to put him up there. It was Hunter, and Carrigan finds his head. Only the one for m0NESY. And Nico firing off shots. Willy-nilly needs all of them. Great shot. Gets himself a double. Just playing on the edge of the smoke. He fires off another towards Frozen. Narrow miss. Nade doesn't find him. Nico's getting chances. Just needs one more to connect. And Frozen just stands. And oh, Nico knows he had more in him.
That right there, that frustration.
After shot after shot.
Yeah, I'm sure we see that again, but that is real frustration. And that's what's been bottled up from map number 1. We spoke about Carrigan getting the better of him in the head-to-heads. And this could have been a confidence builder. This could have been the way Nico builds his way back in. The first 2 beautiful, but then labored, and Frozen just standing and trying to tap away as well. Yeah, that's an ugly fight. Both of them know it, but Nico, that is a real desk slam.
Oh man, no timeout either. We're straight back into it.
He's in a 1-on-4 on a low buy as well, right? Look, I get it, but that's more telling of how the game's going, not that round specifically.
It's Hooksy. Throws it away. Fully flashed by Brokey. Rain collects a freebie. And now Nico just about survives the fight onto Carrigan.
Yeah, that would have really soured the mood.
No, yeah, you can't have that back-to-back. But G2, they need rounds back-to-back right here, right now. If they want to stand their ground in this second map of the quarterfinal.
Well, this is where Nico last year finally had the breakthrough. The team lifting the trophy, and it felt like the curse was lifted.
Breakthrough, you know, a breakdown. He really felt like he'd achieved an all-time career goal. To be back here now to defend your title.
Honestly, circumvented.
Not with the nade on the smoke. Rob's cut down early. That gives G2 a leg up in this round.
Nico's very low for this fight.
Oh, far from a guarantee here, Chad.
Smoked off.
Okay, pressure applied. B-side.
Has to take a risk,
There
surely.
by Rain. Brokey makes the steps, continues to push to Nico, and oh, Brokey hyper-aware. They still can't find them. Where did these B defenders go? Oh, tip of the head, and now dead. Nex is cut down. It's only Hunter around. And find one, covered. Pinpoint perfect from Rain. It's 3 kills in this round, and now m0NESY's been spotted out already. FaZe, they're so diligent. Every move seems to be the right one and rewarded 8-2. Speed running Ancient right now.
Yeah, Rain had a tougher map on Inferno, obviously swapping positions with Frozen. He's taken over towards that short side. Frozen getting his choice of spots when joining FaZe.
What a luxury.
Yeah, and I spoke to Rain about it. He said, yeah, like, we gave him a blank sheet of paper, said, where do you want to play? And he's like, I actually don't mind playing out. I like moving around a lot, getting to rotate. well, showing some comfort in a lot of different duels from Rain in this one, and it is going very well. Carrigan, he's hyped up. They have G2 under the thumb.
Yeah, you heard from Carrigan as well, talking about how this is one of the arenas where he's lifted the most. He wants to do it again. He's making a long and a strong statement of intent here in Katowice.
Well, Taz looking quite stern right now. Maybe having to have a quick talk to the boys. This isn't done. This isn't over. This is Counter-Strike. We can always battle our way back in. But the way that the mood is looking in the camp, it would be sour.
Yeah, they need something. They need, as you just said, you know, you talked about the power of these fumbles and the ramifications, the echoes, as you put it. Well, you can have one back, but it could be too little.
It already feels too little too late. Look, it has to just be a partial investment with the max loss bonus coming into the next for them to get a buyout, right? So this is the type of round that you would love to snatch away. It'd be great for the confidence of the team, and you could walk away from the half with 4. That's the best you can currently do.
Even that puts a grimace on your face, does it not? Such a strong start from FaZe Clan.
And I'm sure Rain would love to get another crack at actually being able to lift that trophy, not locked away in his hotel.
Yeah, oh gosh, yeah.
Robs and Rain back in 2022, suffering illness, not able to compete in different portions of the tournament. JKS having to stand in for FaZe, and JKS a part of G2 when they lifted the trophy last year.
If it sounds confusing, it's because it is. But yeah, absent, he wants to be there with his boys.
I'm sure Frozen would love to take on Mouse in a semi-final.
Yeah, you heard from Exertion as well. He gave an interview saying he's happy for you, but I can't wait to beat you.
And Mouse with a very strong showing against Ents to get them straight in towards that semi-final. Completely locked out is Nico, and you can see which way this round is going. Your gamble stacked on the lighter investment. You've completely lost the sight, locked off, molly, smokes, everything obscuring your view. And you may as well give this one a go. Next round, the cash will be available for a final chance at a round for G2. But they all come in the same direction.
Brokey having one hell of a performance so far. His whole squad with him in support. He has missed that one. Brokey doesn't make the same mistake twice, though, as they rack him up piece by piece. Nexa, however, has voiced concerns. It makes it a 1v1, but no kit. No time for this, and Frozen, he saves their hides. Significant damage, but the round is theirs. 9 already.
I think that's a key that G2 need to remember with that round. They didn't have a kit. They were outpositioned or outmaneuvered. And the fact that they did a lot of damage, sure, it doesn't really account for anything as far as the economy is concerned, but at least some kills, right? Some confidence in that department, because 3 feels like a bare minimum at this point. You cannot go into the second half of play. But just the idea of playing 2 maps on the stage that you haven't played in the tournament thus far, risky call from G2 in the veto.
It seems to be working out for FaZe. Oh, Monacy, they tried to set him up for aggression, and Carrigan just swats them away. Hunter will maintain. Mid his domain, smoke out from Hooksy, forced by the damage. There's a smoke on doors, so B lane is flying the G2 flag as Hooksy spots out one elbow. He wants to go. It looks like he wants to fight with the flash. Back turn from Frozen, does evade. He really wanted to keep this AWP, fighting for it. Free smoke now. So mid held onto. B lane was called clear. And Brokey, he does not relent, taking down Nico.
And it sounded like a dink, right? But Brokey still with 61 points of health. Through the corner of the wall. This Nexa will be summoned to help out Hooksy. Another round, another opening kill for FaZe.
Smoke and swing, too comfortable for Rain. As FaZe's 10th seems like a guarantee, unless Nexa comes alive with a double kill of his own design. 1 versus 2 for Hunter.
With the orb?
With the orb.
Yeah, this ain't going his way.
FaZe. Molotov doesn't quite pop. Fires off the orb, so they know. Now there's looking for
something
weapon,
more serviceable.
anything. Yeah, the orb doesn't seem to be the weapon for the task at hand. He has got the kit. He has an idea, a sneaking suspicion that Ram's not shooting. Couple of straight bullets, and the first is found. Hunter and Robs. And I can't believe he's pulled that one off! Oh, Hunter! Pros do not fake. On the quarterfinal stage, he's given them a lifeline. 3 to work with for survival in this quarterfinal. You know what they say about sequels? It can be hard to beat the original, and right now, Brokey, the original gangster, has put FaZe in the pole position to close their map. And of course, this quarter-final, frustrations running high for G2, celebrations imminent for FaZe Clan.
Yeah, I think if that Nico Deslam doesn't tell you how things are going, maybe the Hunter Diffuse does. Didn't need to win the clutch by killing them, but still snuck away the round in the 1-on-2 situation. And it wasn't the weapon for the job. I think he knew that. But let's see. A pistol, maybe, just maybe, we might have something to discuss, because this has been one-way traffic, a disgusting 2v4. G2 lined up. Rops, he has support. Frozen, 30 bullets to one load.
Oh, doesn't find his first there, Nico. P250 in hand, and trying to adjust. This does take the head off of Frozen. Rob's under a lot of pressure here, and he goes wide. Plucks Monacy from the pack. Somehow still alive, now covered by Carrigan as G2 capitulating, slowed down. How is Robs still alive? Hunter's down. It's up to Nico now. 2 kills in. Carrigan is next challenge. With only 1, he needs to reload. Both towards main. The rotations are through. Isolating Jules not going to be easy, not going to come easy here. As it's all down and it's all over. 10 on the board for FaZe. That compulsory pistol slips away.
I just think we have to turn to G2 not showing up today. Not seeing the format of this team that we know that they're capable of. Honestly, must have known Rops is towards the big box position. So that right there jumping out, I guess just trying to create space. It looks desperate. And getting fired up now, Frozen. Carrigan, the Roars. They are just 3 rounds away from getting that chance against Mouse in the semi-finals.
Whoa, that's a cheeky forward nade from Robs.
Alex, I'm sure Mouse, the organization, would love to get some revenge on Carrigan for pilfering their team time and time again.
That's for sure.
You came, you played. We picked up some big trophies together, but now you've taken Rops.
Yeah, and
you've taken Frozen.
And you thought that, you know, Glaive versus Astralis was the juiciest storyline we could have had. Well, here we find ourselves in the playoffs, and it could be Mouse looking to get some revenge of their own. Waiting in the wings of that semi-final. And FaZe Clan, 3, doesn't sound like much, does it? 3 rounds.
And they're taking their time about things here, G2. Stall that again, another deep B door smoke, but this is only going to last until about that 40-second mark. And we can see starting to congregate now. Hooksy. Manko made the sentiment on the desk. It wasn't like he was calling a bad game on Inferno at all. It was the heaviest of hitters not delivering. Hooksy doing his best. The T-side's just started. This is where he's meant to do his best work.
This flash has got Carrigan's name all over.
Everyone from FaZe will be here in a heartbeat.
And he's down pre-flash. Smoke obscures Rain's view, but maybe the element of surprise present for the Norwegian. Brokey spots a lot of bodies, closing the gap, running him down, goes wide, Hooksy. Only the one from the rifle. This is promising now for G2. Nico nailing Rain as well through the smoke. Explosive from G2, and yeah, explosives planted.
So we've got to see how FaZe are even going to try and get back into this. We just saw a defuse kit deeper down on the lane. Maybe that's what Frozen's investigating. If somebody oversteps the mark, there it is. Maybe, just maybe, Rops will be able to pounce. But as that bomb halfway gone, so is the round. So G2 haven't given up just yet. And a great decision. If a team's going to go for the full press, damage is going to be done. Rops can't get anything, and Modesty goes down as well. That's one of the issues if you go for the full press mid and B lane, is eventually you're going to run out of that U2. And if you linger around, teams are getting better and better at being able to exploit that. That passive smoke, Brokey, you could see he was in 2 minds. That second look he went for at the top of the ramp was a big issue, and that's a huge kill. The smoke's just come out of the hands, and Hooksy's been able to pick that up. If Brokey was able to stay alive, be more passive in that environment, then maybe, just maybe. But that should get you fired up. That is probably one of the best rounds G2 have won so far in this series.
Yeah, just a little bit of a return to power.
Well, they know that FaZe are likely to force spike. So again, those amplified mistakes. There's one from FaZe. You win this, they have to go down to an eco. And at that point, the scoreline 10-6, just a 4-round game. Gun rounds come back out. You win that, they're down to another one, 10-8. We're back in with a conversation of a winnable map for G2. It's not over till it's over.
Don't count your chickens until they hatch. Brokey whipping out the scout. This full investment, as you've highlighted. G2 can't afford a fumble. This must be well executed. You can see Hooks, he's already surveying Donut.
Feels like he'll go down on this swing.
Yeah, Frozen's off angle is, well, rewarded in Brokey converting. Carrigan
needs to live, Carrigan.
Oh, God, Nico, he took a beating. One more bullet from that P250 and he's a dead man.
Still should be able to get to B up the ramp.
That's the plan. They molly back sight, so Cave is trapped. Carrigan can only go forward, which is exactly what he's doing, and finishes off the job onto Nico. Frustration start to bubble to the surface if they don't close this one here. Monacy, good, steps up to the plate. Brokey clears, misses his shot. Hunter comes alive on that red room lurk. Robs spotted out as well. Painstaking, diligent Hunter getting run at. Robs brought low and caught by the spray. They know where Rain is as well, and Hunter's not waiting around. He brings the fight to him. They get through it.
So this is where you wonder what the communication was like from FaZe there, because we could obviously see how much pressure Carrigan was under, but I don't think he was buying it. I think he thought it was a few less bodies and they were going to try and finish towards A because the rotation, they didn't even have to rotate because they were worried about red. You could see that from Broki's position. They had known that they had given up that part of the map, especially with HooXi being so deep in Donut. So Broki didn't want to overstep this mark. And you have a question at that point. Well, the A defenders, you have to push your way through. Do you go A main, secure that information? Do you go through Donut? Then you have to deal with the red guy together. But either way, it wasn't quick enough. The decision-making for FaZe there, just not quick enough. And this is the 6th. And well, we've seen this before. Maybe we'll see if it's the position, not the weapon or the user. But if it is on Neek...
Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
No, surely not. Hunter again, just being a nuisance. This is the thing. A player like Hunter, if he can get this red room, it's going to be such a problem to deal with.
He's terrifying. That's disgusting. Rain, 2 taps.
Surely not, Nico.
2 headshots, and then you
Surely
combine
not,
now.
Nico.
I mean, you do clear right side pretty close. This could be horrible for G2. Nico. Down to the Zeus. Broki down as well. They should be able to clean this up despite the stack into the site. It's HooXi holding on. Just a scrap of health. Bomb open.
No, it was Cave.
What? They've lost track of him. And now maybe Rops can do some more damage. Recovering the round. It's a 4-round game, Chad. Yeah, I mean, if that had spiraled any further, I feel sorry for the desk. But fortunately, G2 strong. And this was the double dink out of rain. Yes, a gorgeous shooting. Rops, he demonstrates that perhaps it was the user as opposed to the Zeus.
So 2 from 2. There is Rops on the new investment of the Zeus. That would be loving that. And he smiles.
Okay.
What else can you do? HooXi did clean up the mess there with a delicious little multi, but we're back underway. m0NESY, fast as you like. K-Pig with the AWP, flashed off the line.
His aggressions have not been working out for him so far. That's not going to stop him from trying. Gives it a go. Nice flick.
It's all about the pressure he just applied. The B defense on high alert, on their heels.
The bullets do connect into the ankles of Broki.
1 smoke left just on Karrigan towards B. So forced through their utility quite quickly our FaZe. Red smoke redeployed. That will mean that Robs now has to worry about mid as well as A. You can see how this is softening up the CT side. Robs feels the pressure, has to worry about Donut. Frozen has to leave red to pick up A. Karrigan has to leave B to pick up red. They're softening the site now, G2, forcing these rotations. It's beautiful.
You say that, but Karrigan's actually just going to leave it. He's gambling. And that smoke was nothing more than smoke and mirrors.
They know they have to gamble without this U2. Heads up callers. They're going to have to clear red together here. When's the B hit coming? 39.
U2 forward. Nothing peeking. Onto the m0NESY scope. 30 seconds and 2 doubling up on this close angle. The half clear. What? Karrigan just pulls the trigger. Takes down Nico. Broki comfortable onto Hunter. 3 versus 3. 20 seconds. They are into the site. Can't seem to contest the plan. A couple of stray bullets from Frozen. They do not connect. Good spam. A lot of damage. Combined with Frozen, it's shaping up nicely for FaZe. Unless m0NESY can get more. He can. An 11th secured in a team effort from FaZe Clan. That Karrigan frag starting in, and it's the rest finishing. Frozen's double.
And for Nico.
Of course.
He was completely blind, wasn't he, Karrigan? But still gets away with murder. We'll see it again. Blind, holds down mouse 1, weathers the storm, but that impact and that rotation was quick. Whatever the premonition for FaZe to give up A and mid in the air. Well, we've already seen it bubble over. Now it's just simmering. Not enough to break the finances of G2. They can dip back into the bank balance and go again. But as mentioned, if they won that round, get themselves up to 7, the finances for FaZe are not there, likely to get 8, and it was just a 2-round game, but extending that lead again are FaZe. Feel like they probably should have closed this quickly with the pistol win. Lane volley missed, could be a problem, but no fast cave control.
Combined with the flame spread as well. m0NESY sticking around despite the low HP. Karrigan just looking for info and answers towards the ramp position. He's spotted him out.
And they're in.
Yeah, straight up this side, up the guts. m0NESY onto Karrigan, clears out long. Some heavy damage dealt. Oh, and Hunter, he fumbles onto Broki. A quick one on the AWP.
So low.
Really uncomfortable. It gets worse. Punching in the code is Nexa. Pressure applied from every angle. Frozen brings down Nexa through the wall. And this low HP from m0NESY now haunting him. How are you supposed to win this one? HooXi trying to isolate the duel. Down goes m0NESY. It's only one man and a MAC-10. An impossible round for HooXi here. Upgrades the rifle. It's not planted for him. He can't even knock him off. Rob secures it, and FaZe edge ever closer to closing.
And knocking out the reigning champs of IEM Katowice in the quarterfinals in 2 maps. Inferno and Ancient is where we do battle.
Maps they haven't played. Up until this point in the tournament chat, it seems like a risk.
Hey, look, obviously matchup specific is something that plays in. We have seen a lack of Inferno, and they had Blast just before coming over to Poland. But in recent days, reps do not exist in the official realms, as the third and final tactical timeout for G2 has been called, but is it too little too late? Well, it definitely feels that way. 6 rounds the difference. The champ v champ quarterfinal matchup, and it looks like it's going in the favor of FaZe Clan. A menagerie of a purchase here. Some Galils, MAC-10, Deagle, the Utils there. We've already seen them win a lighter buy round, and that started the conversation in this second half. It was only a 3-round spread. And now FaZe with Frozen. They're viewing on this stage. Looking like they're going to take one step closer.
Certainly looks that way, HooXi. Despite so much at stake, and Nico's just charging. Proki was caught off guard, but down goes Nico. Hunter was right behind him. There's a gap, but they're not going to be ready for Rob's hiding behind the box. It's all done. It's only these two. Next to m0NESY up against the world for survival. Somehow, miraculously, the first 2 of this 2 versus 5 have taken shape.
Honestly, got the orb.
That's something as well. But Rain, this is a fast call. Nexa spots him out. What a shot from Rain! And m0NESY does not have the health as G2 counting on this boy to do it all. In the second and final map of this quarterfinal, FaZe Clan, they just need to bring him down. The first onto Frozen is found. Bomb loose on the site. m0NESY piecing together the potential puzzle. Knows Rain was main. Was being the operative word. Carrigan lingers CT as Rain looks to join, facilitate a trade. Investigates Donat. Actually, maybe he's got a premonition about this as well. 40 seconds. And now they activate. What a shot! Carrigan had the jump on him. He did the damage, only 3 HP.
Still worried about main.
Now m0NESY not going to be ready for this. And there we have it. FaZe, best G2 convincingly in the quarterfinals. Cut down.
Absolutely obliterated here on map number 2, Inferno. That got real close in the opening stages, but Frozen came alive. Round number 5, 2 kills, top banana, and at that point, FaZe started playing the type of Counter-Strike that they know they can. It was a great start from G2 on their map choice. Frozen also had a big clutch in that first map of play, and look